praxis is the Greek word for action, and action is Aristotle's key term. You know, tragedy is an imitation of an action of a certain magnitude with a beginning, middle, and end. So action is at the center of what his theory is. Then he breaks down the parts of tragedy into 6 parts, 3 of which are literary and 3 of which are performative, etc. So it starts with that. And then rasa is the core term in Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra, which is an ancient text, roughly 2,000 years old, of Indian classical aesthetics. And the Natya Shastra is a large book of around 400 pages, and it deals with everything from the mythic origins of the performing arts, theater, dance, music, taken as a unit as Natya, to its theoretical underpinnings, to its practical applications, the gestures, the costumes, the 3 different kinds of theaters, the triangular, the rectangular, and the square theater, to forms of acting, to 10 different kinds of plays, etc. It's a complete compendium. And at the core of it is the theory of rasa. And rasa literally means juice or flavor. And it's an idea of something that pervades and inhabits or aromatizes rather than visual. I've written quite a bit about it in the rasa aesthetics, so I don't want to go over it too much. But rasa treats emotions, or rather feelings, as flavors. So we have the flavor or the taste of happiness, the flavor or the taste of courage, or the flavor of the taste of sadness, etc. And there are 8 rasas, and I will give them to you. There's sringara, which means love, raudra, anger, bibhasta, disgust, karuna, sadness, haysa, mirth, abhuta, surprise, bhayanaka, fear, and vira, courage. And so the theory says that you can make all the feelings that humans are capable of by either these expressed purely or in a combination. Combine 2 or 3 or 4, you can get quite complicated. So this was Bharata Muni's theory about 2,000 years ago. And then about 1,000 years ago, a Shaivite, that is devotee of Shiva, who was also a Buddhist, because Buddhism is, is a breakaway from Hinduism. Buddhism is to Hinduism roughly what Christianity is to Judaism. Had the idea that there would be a 9th rasa called shanta, or peace, or bliss, or release. And more or less the way, if you blend all these flavors, you transcend them. Or if you blend all colors of light, you get white light or clear light. So it's a kind of clarity. Now this text is, we don't have the original text in manuscript form, and we have fragments from around 500 or 600 years ago to 800 years ago. I'm not exactly sure what all the fragments, but it was the German and English Asiatic scholars who put together what is currently regarded as the Natya Shastra. From a bunch of manuscripts, there was some stuff in Baroda, some in Varanasi, some in Lucknow, where they found fragments or sometimes significant chunks of the Natya Shastra, and they put it together to make what they putatively call the Natya Shastra. I have to accept that it is, because I'm not so interested in the textual history, but I am interested in learning about this underlying theory of emotion. So Aristotle's theory of action, this is the theory of emotions, rasa. Then chi is the Chinese word for the area of the body between the navel and the pubic bone where your chi is located. It's like your basic energy. And in the Indian system, it's the kundalini, which is at the base of the spine, and that you work it up the chakras, the circles up the spine. You bring your psychological and emotional energy. And in the Chinese, it's the qi. And at any rate, the qi part of it, if the praxis is imitation and performance is action, and rasa is as the mixture and mastery of emotions, and my RASABOXES exercise about that. The qi is more about the center of energy, and martial arts, or contained energy, bodily energy. So yoga also deals with the qi, though they don't call it the qi in India. Yoga is different than the rasa stuff. So it's where the source of our energy is, and rasa and qi, both of them say we can activate and find out about our enteric nervous system and train it, just like we can train the nervous system up here. I don't want to go over it too much, but rasa treats emotions, or rather feelings, as flavors. Mm-hmm. So we have the flavor or the taste of happiness, mm-hmm. the flavor or the taste of courage, or the flavor of the taste of sadness. So the theory says that you can make all the feelings that humans are capable of by either these expressed purely or in a combination. In other words, the RASABOX training is to train the enteric nervous system to some degree, and to open access to it, and to it starts in the brain and the head, of course, the notion that neurons are neurons, and therefore if you can access and know what's going on with these neurons, if we can feel what's going on with these here, we should be able to feel more what's going on with here. Just a kind of seems to be a no-brainer, if you will, that we should be able to train that, and that some of these martial arts, Asian martial arts, attempt to do that.